What's up, everyone? Today I'm adjusting the valves in the BMW sewing machine. M20, famous for being a tick 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 tick. That's the valve lash. Just gotta adjust it to the correct specifications today, because after I took it to get machined and get the head surfaced and everything, they had to pull all the rods and lift up the cams so they could get the head decked. Otherwise you have valves in the way and you just can't do it. So finally getting around to it. It's been, I don't know, 2 months maybe. Just kind of been sitting here. So I'm gonna do it today. Wonderful day, as you can tell. Look at the rain. Welcome to Texas. Let's do this. So anyway, all the tools you need for this job. You need a small Allen wrench to adjust the eccentrics. You need a 22mm socket to turn your crankshaft. You need a 10mm wrench, doesn't have to be ratcheting. And then you need a socket, either a 3/8 drive or half drive, whatever you need to do for this 22mm socket. And then the one odd tool that most of you won't have is a set of feeler gauges. These are less than 10 bucks. I bought mine off of Amazon and it's definitely good enough for me. Let's get to it. So, step one, it's gonna be taking off this valve cover. Now, I don't have any of my bolts on, so mine just pops off. I don't have my crankcase vent on, so that's not an issue. But you'll have 8 10mm bolts that you'll need to pull. Then you can pull the valve cover off real easy. Once you've set that to the side, you can see here are my rockers. Here are the valve springs and the valve caps. Now these will just, this is that ticking. These will just sit on here, and to adjust it, you need the cam lobe. So we have an exhaust valve and then we have an intake valve. You need the cam lobe to be facing downward. So at the top of the cam, the lobe of it, you want it at the shortest, flattest side. That's where you want to set your clearance. Now, to set clearance, you're going to need a small Allen key, I believe, to mess with these eccentric nuts. And then you're going to need a set of feeler gauges. These are in millimeters and in thousandths. So you got thousandths on top, millimeters on bottom. So we're going to be setting it to the BMW recommended specifications of 10 thousandths. This is a 10 thousandths one, so you just fold everything else back up, and then you are going to have to bend this to get it in there, sort of at a 90. I know, bending tools, everyone's favorite. Okay, so now I have this bent, I can put it in under my, like this. And this one's obviously too loose, so let's get to adjusting. So, now you're going to need a socket wrench to turn the crankshaft clockwise to rotate the camshaft. I'm assuming all of your timing is on and everything like mine. Okay, so I've got this last one at the very top. And now I have my crankshaft, the socket on my crankshaft at top dead. So I can turn this all the way until it's in line with the frame rail, pointing directly at the frame rail, and that's 90 degrees. So I know that that camshaft is turned like 90 degrees. So then I'll do it again. Okay, and with this crankshaft, it is 2 turns to 1 turn. So I do this 4 times, straight up to in line with the frame rail. Straight up to in line with the frame rail. And boom, I'm at the exact bottom. So I know that this crankshaft, or the camshaft, has turned 180 degrees because I've turned the crankshaft 360 degrees. So now I can take my feel gauge for 10th thou, put it under, and I've got plenty of room to move around. So now, with my 10 mil wrench, come on, where are you? Tighten this down. Significantly until I know that that's not going anywhere. Doesn't need to be too tight. You don't want to break one of these. And then you should be able to still move your feeler gauge around in there. But it shouldn't just flop around. You should be able to feel the drag. So with that tightened down, you check it once again with your feeler gauge. You should be able to just feel the drag on there. See? So now you just do that for all of them. take this valve cover off and then loosen these 10 mils up on each rocker arm. Play with the eccentric until it's got about the right gap in between them, and then tighten it up, check it again after you tightened it, and you're all good. That just has to be repeated on all 12 of these. Now the last step is obviously reinstall your valve cover and your crankcase vent with just those 8-10 mils hand tight. Then start it up, see how it sounds. If it sounds a little bit too clicky, you might have too much of a gap and it sounds like super duper quiet and you're uncomfortable with that, then you might have to back them off a bit, but it's just kind of a matter of getting them right. Well, I hope that helped. Good luck. Well everyone, thanks for watching me adjust my M20 valve lash. It's not too big of a job. I think most people could take it on. You just have to be comfortable with it and take your time to get it correct. So just a handful of tools. You can do some basic maintenance on your M20 that someone would charge you like $100 I think it is. I think it's $80 to $100 to do that. So more power to you. That's how we all get started. We do one little thing and then, oh, that wasn't so bad. We do another little thing, and then till you know it, we're building a Turbo E30 in our buddy's garage. Anyway, thanks for watching everyone. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. You guys are the best. Peace.